Welcome to the Daily Fantasy 5 for this Thursday, June 6th. This is episode 107, and we are bringing you the 5 things you need to know every day in the world of fantasy sports. Today, that includes a quick recap from Game 3 of the NBA Finals. We're talking about Craig Kimbrel going to the Cubs, Carlos Carrera being out for a long time, and maybe Robinson Cano as well. And then we'll talk about some NFL updates. All right, all that after we get a word from our sponsor, www.mathradio.com. At mathradio.com. You can get your kids an online math course for $9.99. All children ages 7 through 17 can benefit by getting better grades, scoring higher on exams, and even getting into college. Once again, that is mathradio.com, where you can pick up an online math course for as little as $9.99. www.mathradio.com. All right, everybody. Let's start with the basketball game last night. The Warriors went down. They were down big early. Steph tried to do everything in his power to keep them in the game, but it really wasn't enough. Toronto kind of held on the whole time. It was a great fantasy night. Hopefully, a lot of people won a lot of money because Klay was not in the lineup. You should be checking your lineups before every game. We weren't starting Klay anyway, so it didn't matter to us. But Kawhi killed it. Steph obviously killed it. Those are our top two guys. Draymond in the 3 spot was okay. Ibaka was great for us off the bench with 35 points. And then McKinney kind of stunk with only 7 points, but our top 4 guys were more than enough to make up for it in most cases. So I was very happy with the lineup last night. I was not happy that Toronto kind of dominated the game, but what do you expect? They had no KD, no Klay, no Looney. It's going to be tough. They did announce that they are hopeful that Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson will both be ready for Game 4 on Friday. They decided not to rush either player back for Game 3, hoping they could pull one out at home, but it didn't happen. I would think that they can go ahead and win Game 4 with all those guys being back. They might be a little bit rusty. It's pretty touch and go for them. Game 5 right now is a 5.5 point swing. So the Golden State Warriors are favored by 5.5. So pretty much what the last game opened up as well. But the series prices have changed dramatically. It's basically even money right now if you want to take the Raptors. So hopefully if you want to bet the Raptors, you already did. If you want to hop out on the Warriors, they are down to minus 120. Wow. Do we want to put some more mojo on the Warriors? We already have what? We've got a lot going on the Warriors right now. How many units? I think we're 5 units to win 3. We can't put any more on them right now. No. Let's leave it alone. We're not going to put any more wagers, but I don't know. I still like Golden State. I still think they can pull this thing out. I would never doubt on the Warriors until they lose. So I love it at minus 120, even though they're down 2-1 in the series. Let's move off the basketball. We'll have plenty of time to talk about basketball later on in the week. Let's talk a little baseball. Craig Kimbrel, the Boston closer, has signed with the Chicago Cubs. He had sat out the first, quarter of the season so far. He signed a 3-year deal with the Cubs. Last year, he had a 2.74 ERA, 0.99 whip, and 42 saves. In 62 innings, he had 96 strikeouts. So he's a great source of strikeouts, saves. He'll help the ERA and whip and all those ratios. Don't know when he will actually take the mound. So, yeah, it's great pickup if you can stash him. But, yeah, it might be a little while before he's out there, and who knows how effective he's going to be. I wouldn't be spending all of my budget on Craig Kimbrel. All right, let's move over to a strange story. Cleveland Indians, Carlos Carrera has a blood condition. Don't really know what a blood condition is. They did not say. They said it is a family matter, and they did not say what the blood condition is. I guess it could be anything. Who knows? But he is out indefinitely. He's had over 200 strikeouts in the last 2 seasons. This season, he was only having a 4.98 ERA with a 1.71 whip and 79 strikeouts in 65 innings. So he still had the strikeouts. The other numbers weren't as good as they've been in the past. But, I mean, this has to hurt for fantasy owners and the Cleveland Indians. I know he hasn't been great this year, but he's still a source of strikeouts. So that stinks. Moving over to some more stinky news, the New York Mets, Robinson Cano, is injured again. So he came back from the injured list, played for 4 innings, went back right out of the game. So he has a quad tightness, the same injury he had before. Right after 4 innings, they pulled him out of the game. He might be headed back to the IL. I do not know how to say this name, but Adini Hachavero is batting .242 with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs in 62 games this season. He was a replacement. He does have some nice pop. I think he could, if he gets everyday playing time, hit more than 20 home runs this year. So I wouldn't mind starting Hachavero going forward. As far as the NFL, there's one quick story that came out this morning. Denver Broncos running back Philip Lindsay is expected to be fully healthy and ready to go for training camp when that starts in about 6 weeks. He, if you remember, had his season cut short last year with a wrist injury on December 24th, Christmas Eve. He was amazing for the Broncos. He really got in there and was absolutely crushing it. You would expect him to be, a top 10, 15 running back again this season. I'm not sure if he's going to be drafted like that. I would think he would be, especially if he's been cleared for all activity football-wise. All right, so those are the 5 things you needed to know for the fantasy world. I should go ahead and make up my running back list. I haven't done that yet. That might be an exciting little topic for this weekend. But anyway, those are the 5 things you need to know in fantasy sports. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star rating and a review. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and tell a friend. And as always, please check out our sponsor, www.mathradio.com, for great math courses for as little as $9.99. We'll see you tomorrow.